There we go. I'll figure it out. Hi, guys. Long time no see. Let me scoot back. I feel like I'm really close up. Happy Wednesday, guys. It's Wednesday Night Live. We're back, or I'm back. Mike's still at work. I was hoping he was gonna be able to pop out and join me since it's our first live in a while, but I'm here. Barely holding it together, but I'm here. Um, I am so sorry, guys. For those of you that don't know, um, I was out of town for like a month, living in a Motel 6. So I wish it was a vacation. I wish it was, Greg. Um, yeah, it was, you know, a whirlwind of just no sleep and running back and forth to the hospital. Um, but it's good to be home. So thank you, Paul, and congratulations. Paul just became a grandpa officially. So Shiloh Acres, hello, Helen. Thank you. It's gonna be missed. Hi, Auntie Ann. Hello. Hi, guys. Hello, Scott from Pontotoc. What's going on? Um, so yeah, I got back, what, has it been 2 weeks now? I think 2 weeks. And I feel like I got back yesterday. Like it's just been um, a lot. I had to come home and take care of a bunch of things right away and get things ready for my mom to come out. And then, um, and my friend Tony flew out with her, and he stayed with us for a few days and got her settled. And it's just been every day something I'm having to deal with for her, like whether it's a doctor's appointment or getting things for her, or, it's kind of constant. So, but she's in really good spirits and she's doing well and we're getting everything under control, and it's happening. It's just been a lot. I did manage to get my tree up one day though, when I did a deep clean um, after Tony left. I got my tree up and put a couple of my other I had these like garlands up above the window. I can tilt this so you guys can see. But I have my little garlands up there. There's Lindy. And then I have it over the entertainment center as well. But it's really there's like a couple little other odds and ends that I put out. But and then I brought this back, and that chair, kind of hard to see it, I guess. It's all some family furniture that I brought back, and there's a couple more pieces in the garage. We had to ship my mom's bed here so that she'd be comfortable while she's staying here, while we're dealing with her house, and while she's getting medical care. And it's not too early for trees. It's never too early for trees. Thank you, Larry. Oh, thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hello, Cav. Thank you. Big Country, what's going on? Hello. Howdy, howdy. So yeah, it's just been like, I didn't realize how much there was that needed taken care of until I started taking care of stuff. So it's just been really overwhelming. Thank goodness for really good friends that have helped with pieces back in San Diego now that I'm back here, and took care of me, helped to try to take care of me while I was out there. I did get to see my aunt, which was really nice. We had one day, I think it was like right after my birthday, or maybe it was right before. No, it was right after. I had a day where I didn't have to take mom to the doctor, and it was like, I want to say it might have been a weekend, because it was like a day that I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't make any phone calls. I couldn't handle anything for her estate, really. So, and my aunt has been sick off and on, but she's doing really well. She looks amazing. but she was having a really good day. So we spent like half the day together, which was really nice. And she took me out to lunch at her little country club thing that she belongs to over by her house. And so we had a nice little lovely visit. So I'm watching your videos since 6 years. I have been your Patreon too long, but oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you, Shiloh. Says she's been praying, and every FB post she was praying would fall into place. Thank you. Yeah, it's I appreciate the prayers. I've definitely been prayed over a lot. My extended family here in Mississippi has been praying for me while I was gone. They prayed for me every week in church. They were texting me and checking on me. They've been absolutely amazing. So, um, how many of the animals give you the side eye? All of them. Every single one of them. Because I was gone for, when normally when I go out to California, I'm gone for a week and I come back. And like a week is a long time, but it's not like crazy, right? But I was gone for, you know, just shy of a month, a couple days shy of a month. And we had just gotten a couple new ewes. And so they were all out of routine and they were escaping. And right before I left, I don't know if you guys remember, but we had this little kitten wander up to the porch, and it was black and white, and it had a broken tail that had healed all crooked. It had a jacked up ear. It was skin and bones. I actually thought it was a girl. Then it turns out it's a boy because it was just so emaciated that the balls were not to be graphic, but the balls were like shrunk up into it. And so I thought for sure while I was gone, I had actually moved one of our front porch cameras so I could see if it was still coming up and eating with Bunko. And I would catch it on the camera. And Mike started feeding it at night in the shop. He would bring it out like leftovers of whatever he ate, and little bits of like meat and stuff to keep it going, you know, keep it like get it fattened up and get it healthy. And now it's like thriving. He's doing so well. And Mike named him Stitch, and he says that he's his shop cat now. And Stitch still comes and visits me in the morning, and he does my rounds with me. And like he doesn't go feed all the animals, but he like follows me around, and he sits with me while I fill up everybody's buckets. And I can go out the back door in the morning when I take the girls out to go, you know what? I can't say the word or they'll get excited. Um, when they have to go POTTY first thing in the morning. And he comes to the back door with Bunko. And but he basically sleeps in the shop. He's in there a lot. And so Bunko started hanging out in the shop more because Mike's been leaving the shop door open this much so that the cats can go in and out. So Marty, when I go out of town, Marty has a tantrum. Has been my inside cat for a long time. And this time when I was gone for a month, he decided that he didn't need to use a litter box anymore. And so he was peeing in my office, ruined my rug, ruined two chairs. Um, he was really mad at me. And he'd done that a couple of times, and I've tried everything to break him of this habit. And um, it'll work. And then, the next time I go out of town again or something changes, he will try to do it again. And then we have to start all over. Well, this time was just really bad. So literally had to burn one of the chairs. The other one is in the burn pile to be burned, and pull the rug out. Anyway, so he's currently living outside. He's in the catio being trained to be an outside cat. Because I can't have that in the house. Like it's not happening. And then so when my mom was flying in, I'm just like catching y'all up right now. I'm sorry. I know y'all are probably asking comments and stuff, and I'll catch up and chat in a second. But on the way back from picking them up at the Memphis airport, we stopped. My mom had to use the restroom. We stopped pretty quickly after we left the airport, and we all went in, and they were getting snacks or whatever, and because it's a couple-hour drive. And this little orange emaciated cat walked up to me, and I scooped it up and I took it in the car, and we gave it some Vienna sausages in the car. That was the only thing we could find at the gas station. And unfortunately, it was here for a few days, but it didn't make it. It was really emaciated, and it was eating and everything, but I think it developed a respiratory infection. And I kept it separate from everybody. And so I had an appointment to take him into the vet, but he didn't make it. So, but at least he was like, he had some meals and he was warm and he got loved on before he passed. So we tried. We tried. But now I told Mike, I was like, well, now I need a kitty inside because I need a cuddle buddy. And Toothless, aka Dragon, I took her to the vet today to get spayed. And so she's still a little drunk, so her back end isn't working great. And so she's kind of, I brought her over here. I was going to show you guys because she's gotten so big, but she couldn't handle it. I know he's angry about all the cats, but then he's also a big softie. And it was so sad. It was the cutest, sweetest orange cat. He had kind of longer hair and the prettiest, like they weren't green and they weren't blue. They were almost like a amber color eye. I mean, he was just an absolute sweet pea. Was always purring and happy. Would come like his version of running up to you out of the bathroom where I was keeping him. So town throw a tantrum. I know, right? Hey, Mike Birch, what's going on? Oh, a cat door in the shop. That's a good idea. Yeah. I mean, he literally just keeps it open this much at the bottom. It's with the shop door, you know? So he just keeps it that much open at the bottom. Um, but we have talked about adding a man door there. So we'll see. Because there's a man door, but you have to go all the way under the overhang. For those of you that have like been to the property or watched enough videos that you understand the layout of the shop, there's the man door at the front of the driveway, like that you would drive up to, and then you have to walk around the back end of the shop to get to just the man door. And that shop door is kind of a pain to like lift it up. So if you're just going in by yourself for something and not like putting a pallet of something in there or whatever, you're going to go around the backside. But at night, I want to put a solar light out there by that back door because it's pitch black by that man door. And if nobody's in the shop and you're going out to the shop for something, I've almost eaten it in the gravel. I don't know how many times on that side, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, I'm so behind on comments, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Yes, there has been a lineup change for family night. So now Tim goes after I do Ridge Life at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays, and DD5 will be going on Tuesdays at 7. And but not this week because this week he switched with David. So he's going on Thursday. I don't know. I can't keep it all straight. I barely know what day it is today. But Tim from Ridge Life and Mare. I was gonna say Meredith. The engaged couple will be on. Well, he used to be an outdoor cat. So don't feel too bad for Marty. He was an outdoor cat for the first several years of his life. I made him an indoor cat, and then now he's gonna be an outdoor cat again. So he's transitioning, and he's doing fine. And he's fat. He's gotten very, very lazy, and he's gotten very even with having the kitten here. I thought, oh great, he was playing and kind of running around with the kitten a little bit. But then he gets food aggression with her. And so he's eating like 4 times as much food as he normally would because he's like trying to compete with the kitten. I'm like, bro, this is not how this works. So he'll be fine. And he'll be fine in the shop. And he already knows Bunko and he's learning Stitch. So it's fine. The 3 boys outside, they'll be like the 3 musketeers in no time. I think it'll be fine. So they are so funny after they get spayed because they're just kind of drunken little messes. So, you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I think I missed a bunch of comments, but oh yeah, David's going tomorrow night in White Rock Spot. That's what it was. I knew somebody switched because somebody was watching somebody's kids and something. I can't keep it straight. I'm only just now kind of getting back onto YouTube stuff and like kind of starting to catch up because it's just been hectic. But I am going to do some stuff this weekend and film it. I will put out video next week. I may put out one this week. I have one that's done. That's a sponsorship that has to do with the sheep and the problem of them getting out, which I have mentioned in the Sippin' and Spillin'. And So I'm waiting for approval on that, to be able to post that. So that may come out this week unless they drag their heels. So we'll see. Um, oh, Hardneck Farms, you took, so you go at 7 tonight then too, I see. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I see how it is. The sheep one should be a hoot. Yeah. Well, I had to, for those of you that are here, I will tell you this. So there's a section in the video where I'm putting something on the lamb, and I was trying to get it onto another lamb, and I had to really heavily edit that part of the video because it was just me cussing for 5 minutes and screaming at everybody. And by everybody, I mean all of the livestock and the livestock guardian dog, and my glass is falling, and it was just an absolute cluster. And so I just gave up, and I just edited it so it looked like it went smooth, but it did not. It did not go smooth, and I couldn't even get it on the sheep that I wanted to get it on. I got it on my second choice, which was fine. It was fine. So I know, right? That's the next one to see, huh? Lots of folks live tonight and tomorrow. That's right. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. I don't cuss. I do cuss sometimes. Certain situations. I think when you're around livestock, you tend to cuss more. Like, yeah, because sometimes it just calls for it. And then like at one point, like I almost flipped the one you over, and she did that thing where they kind of go limp, but then she came out of it. I'm like, I mean, I probably should just like muted it and put music, but it was so bad. I was like, no, I'm gonna get, PETA's gonna come after me. And plus I didn't think the brand would appreciate all of that. So I just kind of left it out. But it's fine. So we'll see if it works. I did threaten to use the caller on mic, but he wouldn't let me. I don't know. For my corned pork, oh gosh, it's literally, so it's a pork shoulder. That's it. And I brined it for just like you would with it, like if you were doing corned beef. So it's your peppercorns and I'd have to look it up to see, like, and it was just like a generic recipe, but then I like zhuzhed it more because I made it a few times, but I haven't made it in a few years. So bear with me. I may have done a video on this now that I'm thinking about it. If you go back and look in the archives, it was probably circa 2017 through 2019, somewhere in that range, that I probably did a video on it. I think it's very possible that I did do a video on it. But basically, you're doing the same brine that you would for a corned beef, but you're substituting pork. And then whatever it says for like garlic and mustard, I added more. I just basically kicked it up a notch. And then you brine it in the fridge for like, I might have done it for less than 10 days because it was pork. I'm trying to remember. I may have only, but you have to do it for a long time to get the color right. Trying to remember. I either did it for 5 or 10 days. I know when I did it with beef once, I definitely did it for 10. But I'm trying to think, maybe with the pork, I didn't do it as long. But anyway, it was amazing. And it's definitely worth trying. So very good. Yeah, if you haven't tried making a corn, so the reason I started doing it was because Frankie's born on St. Patrick's Day. So a couple of her birthdays, we did different themes. Like we did a cereal, so we had a killer cereal birthday party. So we had a cereal bar. So I had all different kinds of milk and all different kinds of cereals, and you could like mix them and match them and whatever. And we made breakfast burritos. And a few years we've gone with the Irish theme, and we've done like, corned beef and cabbage and the whole, all the stuff, shepherd's pie and all that, And so, although I think Back then I made cottage pie. Um, but when we were raising our own hogs, we always had a surplus of pork shoulders. So we would always cook the pork shoulders when we were going to have a party. And Mike's birthday's in March, and Frankie's birthday's in March, and my birthday's in October. So when we were having parties, we would make, that's three, pork shoulders right there for, a party. And, throw the butts in there and, you leave them in a pot in the fridge, let them brine for whatever. And then I slow cooked it. I did it in a crock pot. I strained it out and I did it in a crock pot on low for like all day. And then it just falls apart. It's so good. Anyway. I saw a video of Mike smoking it, but you didn't say what was in the brine. It was the first time you did it. It was one of Frankie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, David. Okay. So the brine, send me a message and remind me. I'll see if I can't, like if I pinned it on my Pinterest board of the recipe that I used, that I went off of. And a lot of times what happens is I'll find a recipe just because I need like a loose concept of something, right? So that I don't like give anybody botulism or whatever, right? If I'm doing something like a brine for a certain amount of days. That's why I was like, I don't remember if I did it for 5 or 10, blah, 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 blah. I had found, but like nobody does pork brines, but you can totally brine pork. And I found like one article of somebody doing it or something. And again, this was years ago, so bear with me. I don't really remember. And I tweaked the recipe, but still kept it within the bounds of like, nobody's going to die. And it was amazing. So yeah, I'll try to find that for you. I'll try to remember to look it up. Just shoot me a message because when I have a chance, then I can go through and when I'm sitting there having my coffee in the morning with 47 cats, I can look for it. And if I find it, I'll send it to you. Or if not, what I'll do is I'll send you what I do find, and then I'll tell you the way that I would have tweaked it because I never follow a recipe. Never. I always tweak it because I want it to be my recipe. You made pulled pork the other night and it was so yummy. Nice. You raise hogs and chickens that you show for FFA. I love it. Oh, thank you, Cavi. Yeah. Still have some things I want to change in the coop, but it does get the job done. So. Oh, 8.5. Nice. Ellie is a pretty name. You're right, Ace. I like that. We did that 2 years ago. Oh, you've made it too, our night? You've made a, what do you call it? A corned pork? Yeah. Frankie was bigger than that, believe it or not, when she was born. I was almost 10 pounds when I was born. And then I stopped growing. Like I was Sid Sunday red sauce. It's funny too. So the weekend before I left was while the Williamsons were here, Dwayne and Chantal, was when I got the phone call that mom was in the hospital. And I had my own doctor's thing to go to because I had a thing happen. I'm fine, by the way. But it was like a little like, hey. Anyway, so I was like, I really need to go to the doctor for this just to make sure I'm not dying. And it turns out I'm not dying. So that's good. I mean, we're all dying, but like nothing's imminent. Anyway, so I felt so bad because here they came out for a visit. We had a lovely visit with them outside of when that all happened. But I have not put the video together of when they were here, and they didn't film much while we were here, and we didn't film much while we were here, but I filmed some. But I have not even looked at the footage, and now it's been a month and a half, and I don't even remember what we did. Like my life got so crazy after that. So I feel bad, and I haven't even looked at their channel to see if they put a video out of anything from when they were here because I have not even been on YouTube because my life has just been with stuff for mom. So you were a 6-pound baby and so were 2 of your boys. The youngest was almost 9. Oh my goodness. Hello, lonely hitchhiker. What's going on? Thank you. It's good to be back. You're not allowed to die, so we need you around forever. Just call me Vampira. The Williamsons haven't done a live since visiting you. I think Dwayne knows he is going to get picked on for being scared of the birds. Well, Dwayne wasn't scared of the birds. It was Chantel, but she did good. I was proud of her. And I don't know, like I said, in fact, I should look at their channel. I haven't even looked at it. I've texted them, but I haven't, I didn't even check to see if they had posted the video yet. What is going on? Okay, I can't figure out how to use technology today, guys. Bear with me. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Here we go. Let's see if I can find them. Why does it always take me to the wrong Williamsons? That makes me so mad. That's not the one I want. Oh, because it needs to be the family vlog one. Why is it doing that? It's like every wrong, and I'm like, let me go under subscriptions because I'll find them that way. If I just type it in, sometimes I can't find people. They're there. Oh yeah, they did. Oh, they posted it 6 days ago. 7 days ago. See, okay, they did post. They posted, oh, and one of them a month ago. Oh, I did watch the one. But okay. So yeah, I need to go watch a few videos on their channel because I see there's a few. They did an uncut with Frankie, and then they did What Happened part 2 of the long-awaited Mississippi trip. So I have to watch those because some of that they shot without me when they were out with Frankie. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to watch those. But yeah, I've been definitely behind. So yeah, 2 videos of their visit. There we go. Yeah, so you just need to look for Auntie Anne's message. He was a little nervous about the horse, but in all fairness, I did preface the horse with, be careful. She doesn't really like men and she might bite you. And he was like, I'm good over here. Like, so it's fine. I know, right? I'm busy looking at my phone instead of you guys telling me what I need to look at. I'm so out of the routine. I can't even think of words anymore. And then last night I hardly got any sleep because Mike I don't know what happened. I made a salad last night and he used this dressing that was like a Southwest dressing. I just put balsamic on mine, but he used some kind of Southwest dressing and he thinks it gave him heartburn. And so I don't even know. It was like 3 a.m. or something. He starts coughing up a lung because he's got acid reflux. And then he's coming downstairs coughing. He's went to go get himself some water and he starts coughing. And then he ends up throwing up in the kitchen sink, which I was standing at the top of the stairs and I'm like, is this acid reflux? Are we sick? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I need to do? And he's like, you don't need to do anything. And I'm like, cool. I'm going to go back to bed because I had to get up in like an hour because I had to take the cat to the vet at 30 and feed everybody before I left because I knew I was going to be gone till, like all day. So anyway, so that was fun. So I'm tired. Yeah, I know. I'm telling you. Yeah, they did 3 altogether. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch those tomorrow. Hey! Ooh, Jen changed her thing to Broughton Ranch. Look at her. Fancy, fancy. I love it. I got to see my Jen today randomly. I was I was at the county tax assessor's office because I was registering. We brought mom's car out because I drove from California to Mississippi, which I did not film nothing because I was by myself and I was driving most of the way across the country, which I actually really enjoyed, by the way, which I knew I would. I had my GPS going and I had one of my comfort shows running that I don't have to, I couldn't even see it. So it wasn't like a danger. I just was like listening to it like a podcast because I can picture it in my head. So the only time that it sucked was, let's see, I left on Thursday. Friday night, there was a really bad storm in like all of Texas that I was driving through that day. And it was terrible. I thought I was going to die like a few times, but I was determined not to pull over and stop at a different hotel other than where I was headed to because if I did stop when the rain started, I kept thinking also I was gonna drive out of it at some point, but that never happened for 4 hours. I just white knuckled it the whole way. Um, it was gonna set me back so that Saturday, like, I was either gonna have to drive for 16 hours on Saturday or 14 hours on Saturday, something like that, or I was gonna have to split up and not come back until Sunday, and I just wanted to get home. So I was like, "I just wanna get home." Like, and I was enjoying the drive other than that 4 hours. The rest of the drive, I really enjoyed. So, I know our lives are just in passing. I know, Jen. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I was taking the car that I drove cross country because mom can get in and out of that car really easily, and it's her car. It was paid off, but she lost the registration and the title, and she got her license revoked. It's a long story, but anyway, I fixed all that, and was taking it the title and the registration from California to transfer it out here. And I hear somebody say something, and then I hear Jen respond to them, not realizing it was Jen. And something I must have just sounded like Jen. My brain must have just been like, you know that person. And so I kind of looked a little bit, but I didn't fully turn my head because I think I had my glasses on or I was looking at something or she was talking to me. I don't know. And then I did like a double take. And then I was like, hey. And I like grabbed her and she was like, it like took her a minute because she wasn't expecting me and I hadn't seen her in a month of Sundays. Anyway, so we're gonna see each other for all of 10 minutes today. I call it a win. Oh, is Meredith in here? What's she crushing? See, I missed it. Oh, Ridge Life Ramblings. There we go. I missed him popping in. Tim and Murr. Oh no. See, I'm telling you, Meredith, like I can hear him. He's on the phone with work still. And I don't know what it is. Like the last couple nights, he was off at a normal time. Tonight, no, he'll be in there till dark 30. Blessed be the fruit, as we say. It's fine. It really was. I mean, I had my version. I was listening to Criminal Minds. I had one of my mom's old phones because I had to use her car doesn't have CarPlay. So I had to use my phone as GPS. And then I had her phone. I had downloaded, I would download like 12 episodes for every day that I was driving that I could listen to while I was driving because I've watched that show so many times. I'm still watching it. I let it play while I sleep and it helps me go to sleep. And if I wake up and it's quiet, I have to turn it back on. And if Mike comes to bed, because he usually comes to bed later than me, when he comes to bed, it always wakes me up because he's not quiet. He thinks he is. He's not. Um, so I have earbuds that I keep right there, and I pop an earbud in when he comes to bed so that it doesn't keep him up. But that's what I do. That's my little white noise. Is like things like Criminal Minds and Bones and Gilmore Girls and Dexter and those kinds of shows. Mike's like, sometimes I dream about murder because you don't hear me coming to bed. You'll be watching something crazy. But you should do it by yourself. I bet the crowd would go wild, Meredith. I bet the crowd would go wild. Because I'm psycho. I know I am psycho. But it relaxes me. Like if I'm listening to it when I drive, that's why I prefer like if I'm going on a long drive. And it was sweet too because Lisa, one of my family friends out here, she messaged me and she was like, "Do you need help on the drive back?" Like I think she was like off, like basically was offering to like fly out and drive back with me. And I was like, honestly, thank you. That's so sweet, but I'm good. I'm actually looking forward to 3 days of driving where I can't answer the phone really, like because I had been so glued to my phone. Like I can't even tell you guys, there were times where I would be on the phone with one of the doctors or the hospital, and then I would be getting 2 calls coming through from different care centers or from the social worker or from like whatever, all at the same time. And I don't even know how many times that happened to the point where I was like, sometimes I would just stare at my phone and it would just be like everybody was calling. And I was like, and I didn't have any of the numbers saved. So I didn't know which one was more important to answer and which one was the callback I was waiting for because they were all calling me back from different numbers, even though I had some of them saved. It was just a lot. It was a lot. So 3 days of driving with like nothing was like really peaceful, it really was. So it was good. After working in a pharmacy all that time, what's your opinion on the positive things that are happening with people using the Ivor and the Fenben? So I don't know. I've heard some different things, and I have not like whispers of things, but I haven't looked into what the newest thing is. A lot of people have used those things for a long time for parasitic use. Like if you're going to another country or you're in a situation, I mean, that's been long standing. Um, I have read a few months ago, I believe, where there was some whispers about maybe it working for the big C. And so I have not dove into that. And I don't even know if that's what you're referring to. But it's interesting because I will say this, we have to be careful what we say. Some of your older, most basic drugs, which that falls into that category, um, definitely work better and are more, um, how can I phrase this? They get the job done, and they a lot of times have really good, they're either very targeted or they're very good, what we would say is almost like broad spectrum in the sense that they have multi off-label uses as well sometimes. Um, Whereas a lot of our drugs today are so heavily like synthesized and like they're kind of like some drugs, they're literally like moving one molecule and calling it something else. Um, like they just change the configuration and they're able to repatent it as something else. So it's kind of funny. So that's why my go-to, if I go to a doctor and their go-to is to prescribe things like, Bactrim and, old school drugs for certain things, I'm always more like, okay, I see you. Like I know. So that's my thing. But yes, exactly. More stable, less side effects, not as many crazy interactions. Um, yeah. You started craving oats after you tried it? Yeah, so I don't know, Larry, which thing you're actually referring to as far as the Ivor and the Fenben. I mean, I've used both of those on the farm for different things over the years. But yeah, my father-in-law isn't ready to move, so we're going back and forth over there to help out. Luckily, they only live a couple miles away. Oh, that's good. At least they're close. At least they're close. It's hard. It's hard, you know. It's hard, and as an only child who moved away, I of course felt a lot of guilt about that as well. Um, and we've gone through some phases over the last month with mom and some of that and some of what she told people in the hospital about me and whatever. But we've got her on a good course of meds and she's doing so much better. And so we're getting along probably better than we have in, I would say, close to 30 years. And definitely better than since my dad passed away. Because once dad passed away, she and I did not get along very well because she would lash out at me and it would be hurtful and so I have eaten my horse dewormer. Haven't we all? I'm sorry, they smell good. The Ivor apple flavor one, it smells yummy. I'll check it in just a second. My friend took it for a while. She never got the big C and didn't take it, and I have gotten it several times. Oh, when I say the big C, I mean the big C. Like, but they're doing, there's some really amazing research with like whale cells, whale DNA. That's fascinating that they're doing research on that could potentially cure cancer. And there's another type of cancer that they actually found a cure for, and they're just following up on it. And I can't remember which kind of cancer it was. It'll come to me. Um, I know somebody with, oh no, it wasn't cancer. It was Huntington's. That was a separate one. There was another one that was a cancer treatment that they're doing with uh, some kind of cell regeneration thing that they tapped into that was really interesting. But I don't stay up on that stuff as much as I used to back in the day. Um, but I try. I don't see anything. Oh wait, because I'm in the wrong messenger. Hold on. Nothing come through yet. Sometimes my messenger is not happy. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Sometimes my it gets cranky. The Zodiac killer was in my hometown. My mom worked with one of his victims. That's random. I must have missed something. Maybe because I was talking about the serial killer serial thing. The only big C is cancer to me. That's what I was referring to. Yeah, it was cancer. But I think I always call COVID the vid. I've always called it the vid because I just think it's like a joke. Are they having a away game Friday? I haven't even seen her yet today. I saw her literally in passing for 2 seconds. Like I came home and brought Toothless home from the vet, and then she was basically leaving out the door. So, but if there's no away game and you're going, and Trey would be going too if she's going. So Trey can take her home. It's next year that she won't have a ride because her boyfriend will have graduated. So I don't think she needs a ride home this Friday. I'll double check, but I don't think so. Because if the band is going, which I don't think they are going to perform, because I feel like she said they weren't when I talked to her last week about it. But was that before or after they won the playoff? I don't know. The beer virus. That's a good one. That you're not supposed to be sitting in my chair, Lundy. That is not your chair. She's mad because I got rid of the chair that was back there because that was her chair, but Marty peed on it. So, like a lot. That stunk. And so now when I'm not sitting in my recliner, she comes out here and sits in my recliner, which I'm trying to discourage. Hey, Lundy, get down. No, off. It's the only piece of furniture you're not allowed on. Off. Lundy, I don't care. Off. This is why all my stuff was messed up earlier. Yeah, you can sleep on the couch. You're allowed on the couch. You can come sit on your blanket over here with me. I'm in her spot on the couch right now, so she's probably mad at me for sitting in her spot. Yeah, like 2.5 hours away. She asked me to take her home from the game. Oh, well, then there's that. I guess that's weird though, because Trey would be there with her. And she would normally, I'll get the skinny, but like if for whatever reason, if Trey's not driving her home, then yes. If you're not going, we'll figure something out. Sim said he just talked to Mike and he and Ryan are just talking about, let me put my glasses on so I can actually read. I'm like sitting here squinting, talking about hunting, making you think he is working. Oh, seriously? I just hear him on the phone in there. I thought he was working. That little booger. He's in there talking to Tim about hunting. See, this is why us women have to stick together, Meredith, because like, seriously. Ridic. Well, now he's talking to somebody about construction. So, but I think he's talking about my mom's house because there's been a lot of that too. I have a nice leather recliner that is so comfortable. My dog took it over. I'm guessing she doesn't want to wait for the bus and get home even later. Oh, maybe that could be. But then, well, I'm just thinking if you are going, if Trey and her go back, then Trey can take her back home. If you drop them off at the school, because the car, they're our car, his car, our car is there. Frankie's boyfriend's been driving our car for almost 2 months because the family car kind of blew up and I was gone. So we had both vehicles here because my friend Beth drove me to the airport when I left to go to California because we didn't know how long I was going to be there and we didn't want to like leave the truck in the airport parking lot. Like if I go for a week, I leave the car there, I drive myself to the airport, I drive myself home. But we didn't know what I was gonna we didn't know what the situation was gonna be. And so anyway, so Mike was like, take the car, take Frankie to school, bring her home, take her where she needs to go, and use the car for whatever you need it for. So he's basically had the car for like, I don't know, I think almost 2 months now. Or no, it was while I was gone. So like a month and a half. Yeah. Which is fine. We don't mind. It's not a big deal. Um, JK, this is Tim. Oh my gosh, Tim. Little stinker. Little stinker. I was ready to get all mad at him. Good gravy. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Take care. Um, now you know the rest of the story. That's right. Said in my best newscaster voice, right? Has Frankie got any more work on the truck done yet? No. Um, flag season, and I was gone. So she was taking care of all the animals, all the house stuff, and her school stuff, and all the flag stuff and games and all the things. So she has not worked on the truck since the last video that we put out about the truck. But Mike did tell her she needs to actually call Will because Will had offered to help her weld, like teach her how to weld and like oversee and help do the floor pans in the truck that we got. So she needs to call him and turn in her chit. Tim doesn't hunt, he just watches the deer walk by. I know. And then he shoots them with an Uzi from right above them. I saw over 20 deer in 3 sits. I saw 2 does, beautiful does this morning, and they were inside 100 yards from me, and I was not being quiet because it was morning feeding. So I was hauling buckets and banging the shop door, and they looked at me, and I talked to them. And my neighbor's horse was like probably, I don't know, maybe another 150 to 200 yards behind them in the pasture. And I was like, man, if Clover wasn't right there and I had a gun on me right now, that's dinner. But it's not hunting season for adults yet. So there's that. And I also never got to practice shooting with the rifle. There's another deer season going by that I didn't get to like practice. So I'm not going to attempt to practice on living things. So I know whenever he's home, I know. But she still has to call him. Like that's the whole point. We're trying to teach her that she has to handle things. So, you know, to stop. No, you just want her sitting in my chair. I don't want her sitting in it. And then you got so much food. I know you need a bath for that. I bathed them right before I left, but they got so stinky and dirty while I was gone, and then the temperature dropped. So I'm hoping that the next couple of days when it's warmer, I can take them outside and give them both a good scrub down. They need a good brushing too. Yeah, he's an hour and ahead of us, FYI. Where is he right now? Everyone knows Wendy. That's right. I know. What time is it right now? Oh, 6:46. Okay. He's gonna be home for Thanksgiving, then not again till Christmas. Jeez. I thought this job was supposed to keep him home more. He's like North Carolina. Holy moly. Well, I mean, I bet your house is really clean while he's gone. Because I know. I don't know what's going on with my hair today. It's a mess, and my life is a mess. And anyway, um, yes, I know. I mean, it's kind of nice. Like, I mean, I always like it. Like, I was really because so Mike was supposed to go on the fishing trip, the guy's fishing trip to Arkansas. Um, but it was during the time that I was in California, and then he was like, "It's not responsible for me to go on a trip right now while you're out there dealing with this." And then Frankie's home dealing with everything by herself. Like, I'm just gonna cancel. But I was bummed because I had told Frankie the only thing that I wanted for my birthday was that weekend, which was like the following weekend, I think, was when they were on that fishing trip, was for her and I to have a girls' weekend. And I was really looking forward to it. And then we didn't have it. We did have another like one girls' night where we watched movies for like I think we didn't take the whole day, but I think we sat down at like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. So we watched like two movies and like hung out. Um, but yeah, it's so strange. Everything is always put away and where I leave it. I know it's amazing, isn't it? Heck, guys, even young Abe got a deer hunting for the freezer before Tim. Mare doesn't get to claim hers. She didn't get to keep it, and using her car doesn't count. I know. I know. Did you see real life? It was so sweet. I cried. Am I losing it, or didn't Abe get a deer last year? I swear I saw that video last year. Thank you, Big Country. I thought she just reposted it to real life and it was last year's video, but everybody's talking about it like it's not. Am I crazy? Didn't he get a deer last year? I swear he did. Like, this is Abe's first year. Then what was the big whoop-de-doo last year about whose first year was it that it was like so? I swear it was Abe. Am I having a stroke? This was his first. Then what am I remembering? Well, I know Gary got a deer last year, but I swear there was a video with everybody crying and a picture with Abe. And am I a fortune teller? Am I a prophet? I swear it had already happened, like to the point where I was like, oh, I already saw this video. She must have reposted it. That's really what I thought because I swear it already happened. I'm a prognosticator, guys. I don't know. Then why would I? Oh, you know what? Okay. Abe went hunting with him in that video, didn't he? But Gary got the deer. Maybe that's what I'm remembering. I maybe am a prophet. I don't know. I don't know. My brain is so scrambled from the last month and a half that really anything's possible. Yes, Abe went with. Okay, so maybe that's what I'm remembering. Like it was emotional, father son. He got his first deer, but it was Gary's first deer, not Abe's first deer. Okay, that's what it is. I'm gonna buy myself a turban and a crystal ball, and I'm open for business, guys. Ah, I'm telling you. Well, I guess I'll have to watch that video now. Because who knew? Here I'm thinking if she was posting a memory, because I saw it on like like a post that she made about it. So I thought she was posting a memory of it or reposted it to real life or something because I was just scrolling. I don't know. I see I'm losing it. It's totally I don't know. I'm telling you guys, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'm just getting back into routine. I have no idea what's going on with anybody. I mean, I leave for a little while and Tim decides to tie the knot. I still think we need to get like a welfare check on Mare because I feel like she may not be okay. She did say yes. I'm just teasing. I'm just joshing ya. I just need the next big lotto numbers. Same, Dawn. Same. I know. I'll work on that. I see a number between 1 and 10 repeated in different orders several times. There you go. Tim keeps putting Mare when I type as if it isn't already obvious which comments are ours. I know, right? I was wondering why I just randomly will say your name. I'm like, I know she's not doing that. All the ladies be jelly. God. Be careful, Tim. You're gonna give her the ick. And then she's not gonna want to walk down the aisle. Mm. Oh my goodness. Paul, that's aggressive. Now, I have not even watched the video where you talk about that or anything yet. Because like I said, I have no idea what's going on with anybody. I have not watched anybody's videos because I have just been nonstop since I left for California and I haven't stopped since I got back. Um, but did you guys set a date yet? I'm just curious. Like, no ick. I'm just curious, like, are we having a spring wedding? Are we having a winter wedding? Like, are we eloping? I'm just curious. Inquiring minds. Like, what's our time frame? If you've announced it, if and I've just not watched it yet. If you haven't, then tell me just to shut up, and that's fine too. Tell me mind my own damn business. We're gonna take care of the mentally challenged and draw a check for. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's funny, 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 funny. No date yet. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. Just make sure you lock her down so she can't change her mind, Tim. You don't want to let a good one get away. I have one friend, in fact, my friend that flew my mom out here. He's been with his lady for 15 years. They got engaged finally 2 years ago. And I hound them constantly about when they're going to get married. So I'm just saying, I give you like a 6 month grace period. And after that, then I'm going to start bugging you both. I'm going to be like, when you get married? I want to do it on my birthday so I get the best present. Oh, that's sweet. Aw, she's having a long engagement, so she can't get Tim fired from his old submarine torpedo tube first. Wonder how much alcohol Tim needed to get Mercedes. How many packs of roofies does it take? I don't know. That's a good line though, Tim. You should remember that for when your anniversary rolls around. Poor girl said yes. I know. No, Tim's a good guy. All jokes aside, he's a really good guy. She knows that. Mare knows that. He is. He's a good guy. He's a good human. He's not just like a good guy. He's a good human. But we like to tease him because it's fun. And he's a good sport. And he dishes it out too. Not so much to me, more to Mike. But I think that's because I'm a girl. And I can say whatever I want. And there's almost no repercussions. They have to go to Tim. They have to get Tim's daughter married first. Okay, fair enough. I know Tim calls you Mur, but that doesn't sit right with me. And I like Mare is Meredith usually. So I figure I vacillate between Mare and Meredith because I don't know. But if you rather I call you Mur, then I'll call you Mur. But and I feel like I asked you when I met you, but there was also beer involved that day, so um I don't remember what the answer was. Now I've been out of the loop for so long, I don't know. Yeah, he is a goober. He's a good goober though. He's great as long as he's asleep. Ah, exactly. Yes. Mayor as in Meredith. You are right. Exactly. But Tim always called, well, at least I don't know. I haven't watched any of Tim's videos in a little bit now. Is he still calling her Mer, like mermaid? Because he was for like the whole time I knew, but I've been out of the game for a while now. We're from Memphrica, so it's Mer as in Merca. Okay, I see what you did there. Ah, 4 minute warning. What time is it? Well, I started early actually, so, you know, so I could technically go. I did start a couple minutes early because Mama V logged off and I went ahead and logged in. But yes, he still is, you know. And Tim and Mare are up next. They have switched their live. For those of you, I think all of you are aware now because Mama V talked about it. I've talked about it. And like you guys are more up on everything that's going on than I am because you all told me. Uh, because I'm so out of the loop. Um, I only knew about the proposal because Tim posted it in our group chat. And I was like, "What? You met her 5 minutes ago?" No, I'm just kidding. He knows quality when he sees it. He had to jump on it. They're still in the honeymoon phase. She'll be a nag when it wears off. I don't think so. He might be, but Mare, never. No, no. He's lucked out. He knows it. He knows it. Um, I was gonna tell you guys something. Oh yeah, they're going live next. They used to go on Tuesdays, but like I said, most of you guys probably already know that. But they're beginning. They're going to be going live now on Wednesdays at 7, and so you have to go and show them some love. And I have to go pick up my child from youth group because I was gonna try to make Mike do it so that I could eat dinner because I made dinner, but I didn't have time to eat it before um, my live started. And he's still on the phone with the peoples. So I guess I gotta pick up the kid. That's the life I live. Um, don't call her a female horse. I'm not calling her a female horse, but mare, as in Meredith. Like it would be like if you started calling me Side instead of Sid. It's Sydney, not Sidney. You know what I mean? But like technically, I've had people pronounce it that way before, and I'm like, where are you getting that from? So I get it. Are Terry and Big Mike going live, or is she still recuperating? You know what? I'm not sure. Um, I can't remember if I saw. You'd have to check their page to see if they posted a thing. Um, but maybe. I don't know. But anyway, guys, Paul, thank you. He just posted the link. Thank you, Auntie Anne, and all my wrench carriers. Thanks for hanging out with me and Mare and Tim, the Timmer. Is that what we're going with? Or Tim Mare? I don't know. What do you guys call yourselves? What's your couple name? Do you have a couple name? I don't know. Anyway, the newly engaged couple will be going live right now. So go show them some love and then go check and see if Mike and Terry are. I know Terry just had surgery, so she might still be recovering and not up to doing a live. I know it's been a couple weeks, but you know, sometimes these things take a minute, especially as we get older. We don't bounce back. So Timmer, there we go. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for making my first night back fly by. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I love you. And as always, stay blessed. And remember, safety's off. No, MT is not going live. There you go. Thank you. Bye, guys. How do I turn this off? I don't remember. Oh, here we go. I had to find the button. It's been so long.